couldn't ever hold me down. Lost love is sweeter when it's finally fun. I've got the strangest feeling.
So when you're trying to do some organic, all-natural home gardening, you have to battle some things, such as the weather, which has delayed us because we've gotten a lot of rain and drops in the temperature, and then the weeds took over, so we had to weed all of those out. We have dollar weeds, which are pretty invasive, as well as a few others, and then now we're having to battle ants. So the next thing we're working on is trying to kill these ants so that we can get our spring garden planted. So just a word of caution, these are all upside down in here, but we used these eggs that weren't quite all the way dried out, and our little seedlings are covered in mold. So we did replace the molded ones with kale. Those had lettuce, but we're gonna try some kale. And then these other containers, they seem to, well, these haven't sprouted yet. But these over here, these are starting to sprout, so they're looking pretty good. So I bought this new Burpee Super Seed cell, 36 count cell, and what it is it's a self-watering seedling planter. The water goes here in the bottom, so you can't overwater or forget to water. And then the seedling tray goes in here. We're gonna be planting some kale seeds today. We just got those, and so we're gonna give this a try. The great thing about this product is that it is reusable. Most of what I planted in my egg trays have died off when I put them out here to harden, but these here are still doing really good. This is the kale. This week I'm busy prepping my beds here. They are overgrown with weeds. What we're going to do is just till up the dirt, pull out the weeds, and like this one right here is pretty much done. Got a couple little weeds there. This one here is pretty much close to done. I'm leaving the arugula back there because that all reseeded itself, and so some of that will grow. And I'm working on this one. I left the kale and broccoli in there, and the chickens have eaten off the last of the leaves. Probably pull that up, and then we've just got these here in the back to finish. And here are all the things that I have ready to plant. I've got some collards and some tomatoes and just things that I picked up at my local Ace. And then we also found these banana trees at Lowe's. And so we're gonna try those this year too. Okay, so now we have super hot boiling water, and that's what we're gonna pour into this bed on top of all these ant piles, and that will kill them naturally. Here we have little ant graveyards for all of the ants that have died with the hot water. The ants are brutal this year, so we tried the hot water. It didn't kill all of them, just a few that were in the ant piles. That's one bed. Let's go over to the other one. We've just got them coming up the wood post in this bed. So we're gonna try some different things like baking soda, which is supposed to be poisonous to ants. And then we're also gonna try some grits. It's supposed to make them implode when they ingest them. The thing I'm gonna try are the instant grits. They're supposed to ingest these, and then it will cause them to. So I've put down the grits, and if I zoom in real close, you can see the ants are carrying the grits. So hopefully they will consume those. It looks like pretty much almost all of the ants are gone. I did see one little one in here swirling around, but they've been taking up these grits. So I think that is working. In the meantime, I did plant all of my tomatoes into this bed. And here we're just refreshing the soil with some black cow manure and some vermiculite, just to give it the nutrients it needs for replanting. Now we have a helper in the garden. Miss Corgi wants to help. And here is another reason why we've been delayed on planting, and that is rain. It's so much rain. All right, I'm back again. So we've been battling the extra rain, the ants, doing different treatments for the ants. I think we've finally gotten it under control, and we've been able to plant some plants. So I just want to give you a little update. Over here, I've planted all of my collards into this bed. There are still quite a bit of ants over here where we've planted some collards, And so I'm trying the baking soda trick where we just put a little circle of baking soda around the plants, and that should not hurt the plants, but it should prevent the ants from living. The peach tree is doing well. It has all kinds of little fruits on it.